So now the question would be is this: a Jew who is acquainted with the Torah, with the Old Testament, why would one ask him to realign his belief, his theological doctrines, into believing in a triune God, when in fact he's been instructed quite explicitly, in fact, in the Old Testament, not to break the commandments? You see, it gets a little bit more interesting even when you look at the New Testament. Now we know the New Testament has different authors. There's 27 books of the New Testament. You've got Paul, who's written from 7 to 13 books, and there's dispute as to exactly how much is written. John, written many books. Who is John? We don't know who John is, by the way. We don't know who John is, but yes, Paul had a kind of exaltation Christology. There's no doubt. He did believe that Jesus was divine. And a good example of that is the second Philippians, the hymn. But he believed in a kind of subordinationism. And how do we know that? Because if you look at line 9 to 11, it's quite explicit that God gives him the name. So he didn't have it before. Jesus did not have the name before, and he makes it above all names. So he believes in a kind of subordinationism. Now what is subordinationism? It's a hierarchy within the Trinity. Remember we said the Nicene Trinity is three co-equal, co-eternal persons of the Godhead. Paul didn't believe this. He believes in a hierarchy. John believed in an incarnation Christology. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Everyone knows the prologue, John chapter 1, yeah? But the question is this: who is John? His gospel was found some 95 AD. This is the time it was found, 95 AD. That's some 65 years after Jesus' disappearance. The irony of it all is that you'll find in the Gospel of John, for example, passages like John 17:3.